Hi everyone, in today's video we are on a public Minecraft server for Skyblock known as OP Blocks, and in this video I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about Season 16 fishing and how to be the most efficient to get in max lava fish, which is tier 5 fishing, and then be able to earn over 300 mil plus per hour. Before we jump into this video, please drop a like, please don't forget to subscribe, which is the big red button, and drop a comment and let me know if this video helped you, and let me know any other similar videos you want me to make. Now let's jump into this. So how do you make 300 mil plus per hour, Amy? Well, actually, under the fish list, you can actually see the fish that I'm talking about, which is the golden angel fish. This is the most expensive fish that you can catch in game, and it gives you the most amount of money. That plus the golden axolotl. If you get a big fish star on this and a size, you can earn up to millions and millions and millions, and that's where we typically see an average of 300 mil per hour. You'll need to unlock lava fishing, but you'll also need a max duck pet to make the most amount of money. So let me jump into this video and tell you how to get there. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need to do is /shop. Under the miscellaneous section, go ahead and buy a single fishing rod. Once you have that, hold it in your hand and do the command /enchants, go over to the enchant shop and max out the lure. This needs to be 3 out of 3. Once you've done that, you then max out unbreaking, which is 3 out of 3. And optionally, you can max out luck of the sea. If you can't afford it straight away, it's not the end of the world. Just max it out when you can. But the most important one is that lure. The final step to getting fishing is to have a fishing pond on your island. No fishing on anyone else's island. No fishing at spawn. Make your own fishing pond, so that way you're immediately getting to work on your mastery levels. The fishing pond sizes haven't changed, so the minimum fishing pond size needs to be 5 blocks by 5 blocks, and it needs to be 3 blocks deep. You'll notice my pond is a little bit bigger and a little bit deeper. That doesn't matter, that's just a personal preference that I had. It's completely your choice, but minimum is 5 by 5 and 3 deep. Under your options, under music and sound, you'll need to have some friendly creature sounds on so you can hear when you catch a fish, which will then indicate when you pull back and then get that fish. All your other sounds can be left switched off. This is my default settings that I use when it comes to fishing. Then, as I cast my fishing rod, you see the animation, you hear the sound, and when I hear the sound is when I pull back and cast again. Now, you'll notice that my lure level is actually really fast. And that's because I'm using the mastery tool and I'm actually lure 10. Yours will be a little bit slower to begin with, but as you start to speed up, that's when it will get faster the higher the lure level. Let's talk about mastery tools. As you start to fish, the first mastery that you're going to be getting is both vanilla and basic fish as you're continuing to fish. What you need to do is you need to hit tier 1 in both of these categories in order to create the mastery tool. It's important to note the more people that you have on your island, the more fish that you have to catch to get to these requirements. So it's better the less people on your island to do this. And if you're solo, it's the best because you're only relying on your own points to unlock the tool. The other thing to flag is you will need to use the basic fish that you catch in order to craft this mastery tool. So I recommend early season and early starting to not sell any fish and keep a hold of them until you craft that. Keep all your basic fish. You're then going to use it to craft the mastery tool. But you might also want to keep your basic fish to craft what we call the Fishnet Recipe, as you can see on tier 4 fishes. If I do Mcraft, you need to fill this entire lot with the same basic fish. It doesn't matter about size or star rating, but it needs to be the same fish in all of these blocks. And then what it will do is it will then allow you to collect the enchanted fish. Once you've got that, you need to put enchanted fish all the way around with a fishing rod in the center to then collect your mastery tool. The fishing rod in the center needs to not have any enchants on it, so basically go back to /shop miscellaneous and buy a new fishing rod without any enchants then craft the mastery tool. Once you've got that mastery tool, remember to do /enchants and max out the lore level, the unbreaking and look of the sea, just to speed things up. But then as you start to fish, you'll notice on your fishing rod, it will start to tell you fish till next level, and then as you go down, it starts to increase your lure level. The max lure level is 10, which is what my fishing rod is. So as you're fishing, your inventory is going to start to flood with fishes. So I recommend at some point you're going to need a fish hopper, or as you can see on mine, multiple fish hoppers. You can obtain these through what we call /coin shop, and you can buy them from the game for 70,000 sky coins per fish hopper. Or what you can do is /vote, and you can follow this process and vote up to 6 times per day. And then what you can do is /crates, open those vote keys, and you might get lucky and obtain a fish hopper that way. Once you have a fish hopper, you need to shift, which is where I start to crouch, and click on it at the same time. And then what you can start to do is you can disable or enable which fish you want to filter down into your chest system. So this one that I've got on screen as an example is where my rare fishes go. So I have my duck enabled, everything else blocked, my penguin enabled, and my narwhal, because those are the 3 most rarest fishes on the game. Everything else I then filter into different systems. I have one for each tier of fish that I'm currently doing, and then down here is where I start to collect my 5-star fishes. Your 5-star fishes is essentially the highest star rating that you can get, and I like to collect them and try to unlock every single one. I don't think there's been a single player in the game that has done this, and last season I was just 1 fish away. Now I believe if you can unlock every single one, you might get a special something, which is why I've always done it. So let me know in the comment section if you're also going to do that. The other thing that I mentioned is on that basic level of masteries, under tier 4, you can actually craft what we call fishnets. And they look something like this. And what you can do is craft up to a total of 50 fishnets per island. You craft them using basic fish, and then you can upgrade them when you unlock exotic fish to what we call advanced fishnets. They need to be placed in water like mine are here. I normally build a 50 block radius so that I can put them all in. And what they do is they just collect fishes offline for you. And these are just a good way to get some passive income without having to do anything. And then you can either click here to collect all, or I typically use a sell one and go ahead and just sell them. Now, before you sell any fish, we need to talk about pets, the command /pets. And you can actually open what we call pet eggs in the game. These are obtained through different tasks in the game when you're farming or fishing, treasure chests like here, which you randomly get when fishing. And if I open them, sometimes you're lucky enough to get a pet egg. As you start to unlock more and more pets, you can start to what we call max them out to the max level. Now, the rarest pet is the duck pet, and it's the most sought after for fishing. You use this one when you are looking to sell pets because it gives you a sell booster. So ideally you do want to max this one out, but typically it's the last pet that you max out. Other pets to use are the penguin pet, which is what you use when you're looking to get fish bait, the silverfish, which is a sky coin booster, and early season, if you're lucky enough to unlock the alley pet, which I actually don't have, that one helps you with your masteries. With your pets though, if you're getting pets that you don't want, for example, the cow pet, you're like, I don't care about this one, do not re-roll it until you've maxed it out. Like my cat pet is currently max level 3. Because otherwise, you'll put your 3 cow pets in here, you'll hit re-roll, and you might end up with another cow pet. If you're maxing your cow pet out, you'll not ever re-roll back into a cow pet, and that's how people end up with the max level of ducks. Another thing to note is enchants. You'll notice on my personal fishing rod, there is a lot of crazy enchants on this. Again, if you do the command enchant and go over to custom enchants, under the fishing rod tab, it actually tells you all the custom enchants that can be applied to your fishing rod and the max level they can be. Now, actually, all of the ones relating to fishing, such as the Angler book, are all obtained through your masteries. Angler, as the example, is tier 3 lava fish, but over on your basic fish, as soon as you hit tier 3, you can unlock the chance to find a bait saver book. So what I recommend doing is storing all your books like I am here, and once you've unlocked that mastery, which gives you the chance to find that specific book, is when you would then open these books. When you've opened those books, you can then apply them to your fishing rod. I think the biggest tip that I have is if, for example, you find a bait saver 2, but the highest level is bait saver 3, you might want to use a wizard blessing and apply it to that bait saver 2, and wizard blessing increases the level of your book by 1, so it will go to bait saver level 3. The other thing to note is each book has a success chance, so this one that's on screen is 77%. Actually, you need to make them 100% before you put them on the fishing rod, otherwise they have a chance of breaking. So you can either re-roll the books to get a higher level, or you can use bright scrolls to increase those chances and make it 100% before applying to your fishing rod. Once the enchant is on your fishing rod, you cannot take it off. So don't put any of those special enchants on your fishing rod until you get the mastery tool. The next thing to note is Deboss. You can actually get some Deboss sets to help you with fishing. The champ set, which is the one that normally gives you a cell booster, does not apply to fishing, so forget about a champ set. You do not need this when it comes to fishing. The one and only dragon armor set that you do want is the aquatic armor, and this one gives you some special privileges when it comes to fishing. In an entire full set, it gives you an extra 2 uses of base. So what I mean by that is if I have an entire tier 1 aquatic set, I get an extra 2 uses. By default, you get up to 20 uses of bait. Within a tier 1 aquatic set, I will get 22 uses of bait. A tier 2 aquatic set, helmet, chest, shoes, and pants, all tier 2, then I will go up to an extra 4 uses of bait, which will then give me a total of 24 uses, and so on and so forth. The other thing to note is the aquatic set gives you the percentage chance to unlock the rarest fish type. So that means at the moment my mastery level is currently working towards exotic fish. If I had an entire aquatic set on me, then it will give me a percentage chance to continuously catch exotic fish only. And obviously when we wanted to earn 300 mil plus, that's where we're going to need it for our lava fishing. And that is pretty much everything. You need to unlock the mastery tool, you need to save your fishes and not sell them until you hit the highest tier so that you get that extra cell boost. You're going to need the duck pet, you're going to eventually want some aquatic armor. Let me know if you make the fishnets, because everyone's against them, but I think they're the best way for passive income. Drop a like on this video if it helped, drop a comment, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you in another video very soon, hopefully. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a good day. Bye for now.